talk about the research of processes section. So I'll show you the portfolios. Good. Okay, so the processes are the sort of activities and tasks that you're going to be doing that you think are beneficial enough to be specific about. So this student was making a sci-fi film, so they had a lot of green screen, and you can see the green screen behind me here. So we're lucky enough to have a nice green screen in our classroom, so they were going to use that as an alternative to massive set building, okay? They also talk about a process for some minimal set building. So this student made a cockpit for a spaceship out of woodwork, and they also looked into location filming. This student here talked about audio editing, remixing, special effects and motion graphics because it was an animation. This one talked about motion graphics, animation, motion capture as a potential process, and audio recording. We're also lucky enough to have a motion capture suit at our school. In terms of this student, they talked about motion graphics, stop motion, and 3D animation as potential processes. They ended up going down the motion graphics path. And this one here talked about CGI application. They talked about green screen as a process, and yeah, those two processes. Okay, so this one, it's the same as always. You come up with some options for what you might want to do. You have your benefits, you have your negatives, your pros and your cons, and you have an evaluation at the end. So with this one, it's very important that it's specific to your project. So if you're doing an animation, you might look at things like rigging a character, you might look at motion capture, you might look at any sort of things that are specific to your actual animation, but you might not look up green screen because green screen is not really something that we usually associate with animation. You need to make sure that it's really relevant to what you're doing. So I do see and hear about students losing marks in this section for it just being very broad. You want to be very specific, talk about the processes that are relevant to your assignment, and if that changes as a result of you changing your project idea, you need to get in here and replace those sections, all right? Cool, thanks for your time.